Hello folks, welcome back to the show here on FlickDirect, where I give you all the latest that happened in entertainment news throughout the week, and then I give you guys my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Austin Putnam, and God, I need a freaking haircut, don't I? But anyway, starting off with this week's show, I saw this story and I just thought, oh my god. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this already, but apparently Sony is starting their own cinematic universe. And the name for this universe, oh my god. So give me one moment, I gotta tell you guys the name. Alright, so are you guys ready to hear the official name for Sony Pictures' official cinematic universe? The name is the Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters, aka Spunk. Yeah, you heard me right. Now first of all, when it comes to the acronym, it makes the name sound dumber than it actually is, but let's just talk about the name itself. The Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters. Sony could have chosen not only a more clunkier name, but a dumber name. I mean, the Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters, what the Okay, now, I don't want to talk crap about this because we don't know so much about this, but come on, that name is just stupid and clunky as all can be. But other than that, I am curious to see where the sequel to Spider-Verse goes. I'm also excited to see the sequel to Venom, knowing that Andy Serkis is directing it. I mean, I think it's called Venom Let There Be Carnage, to which it'll be interesting to see how that movie plays out, but still, that title, and especially that acronym, Spunk, that acronym is so stupid. Alright, so on to our next news story. As you all know, Disney has been remaking a lot of their animation classics into live-action features. Mulan will be the next one to come up. And I think for the most part, Disney has done a pretty good job. I mean, The Jungle Book, Cinderella, also, what was it? Aladdin, I thought was a really decent one, actually, and I'm one of the few that didn't mind Lion King and I thought it was actually pretty damn good, even though it was essentially the same movie, but just a 4K edition. But it turns out that Disney has found their next film that they're gonna remake, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not happy about this. And the next one is Hercules. Hercules is my favorite animated movie by Disney. It's actually one of my favorite movies. I have rewatched that film so many times. I've rewatched in a while, and that reminds me I should probably watch it since I have Disney+. And now it's been announced that a live-action remake is in the works from the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers, ones who made the last two Avengers films. I will say this. I don't like this at all. In fact, Hercules, as perfect as it is as a cartoon, with the Russo brothers, though, there is some interest, but at the same time, they should just leave it as it is. I mean, I don't see how this is going to work with the Russo brothers producing. I mean, if they directed it, maybe I'd be like, okay, knowing that they're at the helm, maybe I could see them doing it. But since they're producing, I really don't know, even though their latest film, Extraction, which they produced, is on Netflix. Which, by the way, that was a pretty solid action movie. All I'm going to say is this to Disney: don't muff it up. Coming on to our second to final news story of the week, we got some news surrounding AMC and Regal, and that apparently they will not be showing Universal's films indefinitely. So if you guys remember, Trolls World Tour was released on VOD. I believe this was about 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, somewhere around there. But apparently, according to the distributor of the film, Trolls World Tour on VOD made them a lot of money, and apparently more than it did in the theaters. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm paraphrasing it, but I'm certain that said something along the lines of that. And apparently what they said didn't make AMC and Regal very happy, and as a matter of fact, like I mentioned before, it made them so happy to the point where they're not playing Universal's films at either theater chain. It made me think, are you serious? So the main thing that comes to my mind is that this is just so pity that AMC and Regal are banning Universal's films all because of a comment made by the CEO of the distributor of Trolls World Tour. I mean, seriously, you're that salty. Yes, I'm gonna actually go that route. But they're that salty knowing that they set a term that's actually pretty cool, knowing that they still made their money back. I would love nothing more to go back to the movies right now, to go into a darkened room and watch a movie on the big screen. But during this time, I mean, I feel like it's even lucky that any movie, like whether it's the producers or the financiers or distributors, get their money back. AMC, come on. Really, think about this. I feel like you're going to lose so much business because of this. I mean, No Time to Die is probably going to be your biggest release after Trolls World Tour. And could you imagine November if the coronavirus is not released? I mean, if it's not gone, I should say. AMC and Regal, come on. Think about it. You're going to lose so much business once everything comes to normal again. Alright, so coming on to our last news story of the week, I saw this headline and I just thought, oh, hell yes. When it comes to the Transformers film franchise, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, for the most part, not really a fan, minus the first movie and Bumblebee, which I actually kind of loved. But for the most part, like I mentioned, I do not like this film franchise. Revenge of the Fallen, I hate. Dark of the Moon was... but Age of Extinction and The Last Night just go away. But apparently now they're developing an animated prequel to take place on Cybertron, to which I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place. And here's the coolest news about this whole development thing. They have director Josh Cooley, the man who directed Toy Story 4, to make this movie. This is perfect! First of all, just let me say this. For all of you that are very doubtful, watch Toy Story 4, because Toy Story 4 is a darn great, if not a pretty phenomenal film. I mean, I think that Toy Story 3 is personally still my favorite, this one being my number 2. And before I saw Toy Story 4, I just thought, why is there a need to make a sequel? I mean, 3 did it perfectly. But then I saw 4 and I just thought, oh my god. I mean, we didn't need a continuation, but if they were going to make a continuation, this is pretty perfect, or close to perfect as it can get. And actually, Josh Cooley himself posted a picture on Twitter saying, roll out, confirming that he was doing it. And I just thought, oh my god, this is great. Now, this is the question I wonder. Will this still be made with Pixar in mind? I mean, I don't know, because I think he's still working at Pixar, unless if he's going to a different company. I don't know, but I can only imagine a Transformers film. I mean, I don't know if this is confirmed or not, if this is being made under Pixar or if Josh Cooley went to a different company, but I can only imagine a Transformers film made by Pixar. Could you imagine the tears in that audience? At the moment, that's all we know about this story, but man, knowing this, I'm hyped for this movie. I don't know when this is coming out, but this is easily one of my most anticipated movies of the year. It comes out. Josh Cooley making an animated prequel, especially knowing that it takes place on Cybertron. And then apparently, from what I read, it focuses on the relationship between Optimus Prime and Megatron. I'm wondering why this wasn't made already. Yeah, by far, I think the best news story I read all week. Alrighty, guys, and that is going to do it for our show this week. Guys, please comment down and let me know below, how do you all feel about the name for Sony's new cinematic universe, the Sony Pictures Marvel universe of... I forgot the name of it already. See, I told you it was a clunky name. Or no, this is actually gonna make me remember it more. The acronym, the SPUMK. Oh my god. Also, when it comes to the live-action remake of Hercules, how do you all feel about that? Do you love Hercules? I mean, do you guys wish they would leave it alone? Also, when it comes to AMC and Regal banning Universal's films, I guess for the time being, how do you feel about that? And finally, how do you guys feel about Josh Cooley, the director of Toy Story 4, making a Transformers prequel film that takes place on Cybertron and focuses on Megatron and Optimus Prime? I do feel like that if I ask a lot of Transformers fans, that they'll say, oh my god, yes, this is it. But otherwise, let me know below. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new show from us goes live. If you guys would like to see any of our previous 2 shows, please click on the right there or there. And of course, until next week's show, we will see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys, and remember, continue to stay safe and wash your hands.